What's an unhealthy obsession people have? Obsession with their social media image. A friend of mine's mother almost spends every waking hour on FB and Instagram. She is constantly updating the world on her life. My friend has had to stop sending her pics of his children because they would immediately end up on her FB. She has fallen for a number of scams, thankfully stopped by friend. Before she lost money. It seems the only source of validation in her life are the upvotes and likes of friends, relatives and strangers. The older generations just don't get this. My Mill lived with us for almost a year after a health scare, and she would share the most personal things imaginable with every nurse or home health aide who walked in the door. My sister is mentally disabled and is like this. Random people in her life I don't know will address me by name and start talking about my kids because my sister can't keep her mouth shut. She told the whole family I was pregnant while we were gathering for my infertile cousin's wedding. FML. And GT. She told the whole family I was pregnant while we were gathering for my infertile cousin's wedding. FML. Oh God. My massage therapist tells me all her business, especially her financial issues. She's literally told me her credit score. Mine too. It's not relaxing at all. To my grandmother, keeping a secret meant that she only told the immediate family and half the neighborhood. 24-hour news cycles. It's good to stay involved and informed, but goddamn, if people would just turn off the news, including Reddit, I feel like 90% of our culture war would disappear overnight. And we could focus on the real issues. The way the media is set up now and days it's hard. Denzel said it best. If you don't read the news you're uninformed. If you do read the news, you're misinformed. Never heard of him saying this, but I'll be damned if I didn't read it in his voice and see him saying it in my head. This quote was actually said by Alonzo Harris. They did say, Denzel said it best. Lol. I don't know who said it better, but that's good to know Harris said it first. An obsession with everything celebrities are doing. People are obsessed with youth, and some people will do anything to maintain its appearance. The ironic part is that a lot of the things people do to make themselves look younger and better just makes them look worse. Body dysmorphia is a hell of a drug. I live in LA. I work somewhat connected to the entertainment industry. More times than I can enumerate, stunning women, and a number of great-looking men, have slowly distorted their faces and figures into oblivion. In the span of 18 months, many are entirely unrecognizable. Literally. I've gone to events, bumped into people, and I didn't know who they were until I heard their voice. They start looking like this homogeneous mass of the altered. Work, productivity. Everybody needs a break, not just every once in a while, but often. Almost everyone in my office grabs their lunch and eats at their desk while working. Like you literally get hour-and-a-half breaks if you want. What are you doing? Lol. I always get on my phone and watch a show or YouTube while eating my lunch for the full time. Edit. And no one here does it to leave an hour earlier. Where I work, people do this every day. I have to get up and leave the office to eat lunch. I either go home, or through a fast food place, and grab something. Then I either watch a show at home or in my pickup. I don't understand how or why people eat lunch at their desk every day and work through lunch. The work will still be there after you eat. Take a break. I do it sometimes to just leave work earlier. I'm still taking my break. I'm just taking it at the end of the day. My work does not allow that to happen. I can't work through lunch to leave earlier. I can flex time and work longer a day if I need to leave early and don't want to use vacation time though. I think technically it wasn't allowed, but frankly no one cared. I've been known to do this from time to time, and my reasoning is probably not what you'd expect. When I work through lunch, it's because my mind is on a roll for the task at hand, and I know that if I take a break, coming back to the task will be far more challenging than if I just keep things going. So I'm not working through lunch to please my company or my boss. I'm doing it because it actually makes the work easier, take less time, and be more rewarding than if I broke it up. So maybe that's what some of these other people are doing. I can't be sure. Pretty much this My ADHD brain on meds tells me just stay on task, because the break plus restart is gonna be so much more expensive and frustrating. Then, I just make up for it by leaving an hour early. I'll just tell my team I'm taking lunch now, and go home. Lol. Obsession with each other's lives. Seriously, just let people live as long as they're not hurting anyone. Just leave people the fuck alone. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, videos that shorten our attention span. Reddit. Dirty filthy habit. Nasty little habitses. Pointless relationships. Settling for less just because you think you can't be alone is not healthy. I think it's even more nuanced than that, in the sense that people don't know what to truly prioritize as important for a successful relationship. In my 20s, I'd think of it as the biggest red flag in terms of compatibility if the person I was dating didn't share my taste in music, books, movies, etc. I went through a ton of relationships that seemingly started out great, only to fizzle or blow up because I wasn't focusing on what makes two people actually compatible, like the ability to apologize when you're wrong, the desire to learn more about your soul's interests, and a mutual understanding of what you both consider important versus stuff that really doesn't matter. My wife and I have completely different hobbies and tastes, and it's hands down the best and easiest relationship I've ever been in. I go to all of her games, she comes to shows with me, and through that mutual interest of getting to know each other more, we've grown more interested in each other's respective hobbies. Having to be first. It's okay if you beat me to the pump, or if you beat me to the grocery checkout line. It's okay if you get to the freeway exit before me, or pull in front of me on the highway. I'm patient, and it's a virtue. Their phones. It's one thing to keep yourself busy, it's another to never let yourself be bored. Being bored is important sometimes. It makes you think, helps clear your head. Phones make it ridiculously easy to never let yourself get bored, to the point where it ain't healthy. Wow, I actually never thought of it this way. I am so guilty of never letting myself get bored. Literally, just changed my FKN perspective. The pre-smartphone book called Still Bored, in a Culture of Entertainment, was one of the most perspective-shifting books I ever read. It defined boredom as lack of inner resources, and has resulted in me daily thinking, what inner resources can I sow into today, so that I'll reap the rewards a month or two from now? Same here. I go to work, look at a screen, come home, TV with dinner, then computer gaming, then workout, then TV. Go to the bathroom, wait for the shower, water to heat up, not sure what else to do in that moment. Phone. I don't look at a screen when I'm driving, exercising, or trying to sleep. It's made me very explicitly give up on anything in life because I'm so sick of feeling stressed and anxious that I'll accept never doing anything different because I feel it doesn't change anything for the better and only adds stress. I'm not sure how to change this. Love to hate. Some people are more defined by what they hate than what they love, and I sincerely believe that wears on anyone after a while. True. Been drinking Haterade since '97 and I'm mostly battery acid and sawdust. Other people's sex lives. Other people's lives in general. Other people's lives seem more interesting because they ain't mine. Sounds like our AskReddit. Sexiest sexers of Reddit. What's a sexy sex thing you didn't know about sex until you sexed? Celebrity worship. They are just normal people, guys, no different biologically than us. And not just that. If they have significant income, they really do become more distant from reality, and out of touch. Their agent is constantly telling them what a genius they, because he gets 10%. Professional sports. Hey, I love my own teams, but if you are rioting following a victory or loss by your team, then it is time to seek counseling. The need to brag about how little rest you got between working. We get it, you got 3 hours of sleep, that sucks, but it's not the flex you think it is. Edit. I mean as in people one-upping each other for how little rest they get. Like one person saying, I got 5 hours, and another saying, 5? I only got 3 inches, etc. I know. So many people want to brag about working 12-hour days 7 days a week, but I'm thinking, who the hell wants to live that kind of life? Money isn't worth it. It might not be a brag, and it might be more of a, yeah, I'm not on point today and this is why. My current status actually. Being in a relationship no matter the cost. Legit this. I've been single for years now and I'm not exaggerating when I say it's the happiest I've been in my entire life. I wish I could go back and tell younger me that she didn't have to spend so much time and energy on people who would never treat her the way she deserved. It's so much better for your self-esteem and mental health to treat yourself the way you deserve to be treated, rather than hope someone else is going to come along and do it for you. Alcohol seems especially prevalent with wine.